Hello, hello, hello. How's it going, everybody? How is everybody's weekend? And by the way, surprise, surprise. Or is it really surprise? Technically, I've been saying that I'm going to do a weekend stream practically all this entire week, so perhaps if you've been keeping up with my stream, although as unlikely as that may be, you will know that I was gonna do a weekend stream and here I am. Well, other than that, nothing crazy. Well, I guess I started very late. I'm like 25 minutes late compared to when I started. The thing is, I wasn't 100% sure if I wanted to do a stream today. I mean, I was going to do a weekend stream for sure, but I wasn't so sure if I wanted to do it today or tomorrow. As a matter of fact, until like 10 minutes ago, I was pretty sure I was going to do a weekend stream on Sunday instead of Saturday. But here I am. Today I was actually thinking that just because how much trouble I've had with some of the Japanese grammar in the last exercise we did, and it's not like it's a Japanese grammar that's completely new to me. I feel like some of the stuff that I've been having trouble with, I've already covered in previous chapters, so I should know them, but I guess I forgot or something. Especially the usage of ga, wa, and o in forming sentences and what they mean. I'm still very confused by that. It's very possible. So today is going to be practically a review session. I don't know if I can finish everything today, especially considering the fact that I started very late. I'm not going to go over 1 o'clock, so I am going to have a very short stream today. But so it's, yeah, I think it's very likely that I'm not going to be able to review everything today. If not, we'll just do it on Monday, continue it on Monday. The reviewing, I mean. But yeah, I mean, it's not impossible that we review everything today, but I would say it's highly unlikely. So that's the plan. Yeah. You know, there's another reason I was feeling fucking down today. I was actually playing Eternal Return. Maybe I should have turned on the stream, but oh my god, I still don't fucking get the game. I feel like I suck so much. And I put a lot of time into this fucking thing. Oh my god, what the hell do you do to get better? Maybe I just straight up suck. Maybe the highest point I can reach isn't very far from where I am now. But maybe that's just me being pessimistic, like I always am. I don't know. It's one of those times where you feel like, compared to amount of effort you put into learning something, in this case learning the game, you don't feel like you're getting much out of it, and you just feel dejected by that. Do you know what I mean? Does anybody feel that way about something? I sure do. Not only to return, but a lot of things, especially. But most recently, practically just an hour or two ago, Eternal Return has been giving me that feeling, and I'm just like, why? I don't know. Maybe it has steep learning curve, and it's also because it's a team game. not necessarily something that I did was affecting my success, but perhaps my teammates. But you know, I don't really want to go into this whole like whose fault is it, because I see very little point in that. I really don't get when some people just goes full on blaming their teammates. Like, what good does it do for you? Maybe they do suck. Maybe they are, compared to you, maybe they are horrible gamers. But like, what's the point? Like, it's not like I'm pro. You're like a professional gamer. Like, being a bit good at the game doesn't give you much. Well, maybe I'm taking it too lightly. Certainly in terms of streaming, if you are at a pro level, it does give you, I feel like it does give you some authority in streaming or YouTube content creation in general. Especially in gaming scene. That's my point of view. Obviously, you could do it in other ways, but I'm just saying it's definitely one way to do it. But honestly, those are that's very elite people. There's not a lot of majority of people who plays any game is going to fall under the category of being average. That's what being average means. It's average. And yeah, I don't know. I don't really like to dwell too much on others' mistakes. Maybe that's why I'm so prone to being pessimistic. I just try to find fault with my own rather than others. But that's enough chit chat. We are already short on time, so let's go in right after I choose music. Probably continue from where we left off. La 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 la. Okay, let me switch the scene. Obviously, this isn't what we're going to go by today. We are going to go by short stream review of previous chapters. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we will consider this next time. Okay, let me get my Genki. Okay, everybody, let's look back on previous chapters. Thing is, I don't exactly remember which grammar came on which chapter, so let's go from chapter 1 or 2. It won't be like our usual way of dealing with chapters. It'll be really fast. I'll just read them. I won't care too much about how it sounds to me, although maybe I should. Chapter 1 is basically X, Y this. Very simple sentence. Something is something. The ska, putting it at the end makes it something, and the use of no as in watashi no jitensha, my bicycle. Okay, So chapter 1 I think are pretty straightforward. I don't think I have much trouble with those grammar. It's when they start introducing like ni and especially ga, I know I have to review ga. Let's just go in chronological order. Chapter 2 we have Kore sore remember Kore sore are 네 도레 Those are okay. Sei sono kono ano and dono. I think I do need to review some of these actually. No, why don't we review? I mean, that's the point of this thing, right? So whenever something starts with so, I remember it becomes like over there, like there. It's away from the speaker, but it's also not close to. Wait. So there was two way when somebody say it's there or like. Yeah, when you're pointing at something that's far away from you, it could be either close to the audience, the target your target audience that you're talking to, or it could be far away from you and it could be far away from your target audience, right? Kore is something that's close to the speaker rather than the target audience. Target listener, whatever, however you wanna call it. So it's ano and sono, like those I and so, those are the difference. I think ano was both far away from me and far away from the listener as well. And sono was far away from me, the speaker, but close to the listener. I think that was the difference. 소래와 okay, yeah, definitely. So sore is far away from the speaker but close to the listener. Are is far away from both the speaker and the listener. Okay. What if you're talking to multiple people? Let's say there are 3 people that you're talking to at the same time in a room. And let's say you're talking about mado, a window. Let's say, and if the window is close to one of the 3 people, but it's far away from 2 of them, how would you refer to it? Does it become sore? Because it is close to at least one of the listeners? Or should I say are? Because it's far from the majority of the listeners. Or does it become are when there's at least one person, even if there is a majority of people who are close to the window? If there's at least one person who's away from the window, should I use are? I don't know actually. What is it like? I guess really depends on. Well, I guess the basis is that I'm talking to the 3 people at the same time. I can really specify which people are of the listeners that I'm talking to directly. I guess it's fine in that case to use either sore or are, because it wouldn't make much. There won't be much confusion. What if there's 2 distinct windows on both left and right, where one is close to 2 people and one is close to 1 person, and I'm talking about one specific window? It could be either one, but in that case, couldn't there be a confusion unless I use perhaps hand gesture or some other method to indicate which window I'm talking about in using are or sore? Of course, the correct way to distinguish in that case will be to say left or right window instead of saying that window. You know what? Actually, that's unfair, I think, because even in English, like if I were to simply refer to either left or right window as that window without pointing at it, then even in English it's going to cause confusion, right? So it will be, I think perhaps it would be unreasonable to think there couldn't be such confusion in Japanese. Ouch. Yeah, okay, so that makes sense. So it's that becomes noun, like kore, sore, are, dore. And kono, sono, ano, and dono is right. So kore is like that. That's something. Like I could say, what's the like sore toke? What's that, like that watch? But if I were to say, oh no, sore is that without referring to what it is. But if I say sono toke, it's very specific, that watch. Okay, so let's not get those confused. And with the le is the one that doesn't require noun afterwards. So no is the one with the no is the one that requires noun afterwards. Okay. No. Koko, soko, asoko, and doko. It's here, there, over there, and here, and where. Got it. I think, hopefully. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Janai desu. Oh, right. It's the first introduction of negative. Janai desu. Ba-bum. Bum, bum, bum. Janai-desu. じゃありません。ではありません。I forgot what that was. I feel like Dewa doesn't really come up even in Genki, other than this specific chapter or other specific chapters that specifically mention it very briefly. It's not really into it within the exercises, even those like review exercises. It doesn't show up. And I think it's really hard to figure out without living in Japan, without having that social context. Whether because you live in Japan, or maybe you have a friend who has adequate knowledge of such context you can converse with or ask about. It's very hard for a person like me who has no such connection to get an idea of the sense of this formality between dewa, ja, and whatever. Ne yo. これは肉じゃないですね。これは肉じゃないです。これは肉じゃないですね。Okay. B さんの専攻は文学ですね。とんかつは魚じゃないですよ。スミスさんはイギリス人ですよ。Okay, the yo one's still kind of confusing. Like, I feel like even without the yo, it translates to almost same thing, but I think there is a connotation to the usage of yo that I'm not exactly getting. Okay, the book says to assure of what is being said. Becomes an authoritative decree. Wow. Dozo. Alright, I think that's at the end of chapter 2. Not too bad, obviously. I kind of had to review Kore, Sore, and Sono, Soko, Asoko. Other than that, it's mostly fine. I think from chapter 3 it might become a bit more complex. Let's look at chapter 3. Verb conjugation. Okay, I remember. Why don't we actually go over these? Because there were times I completely forget, my mind blanks out on this conjugation. It might be a good idea to just go over them now again. Taberu. Mu verbs, you verbs, u verbs I mean, and irregulars. Mu verbs are the easiest bad boys, like, damn, I'm glad they exist. Now, u verbs, they can be a bit more tricky. Now, irregulars, they're like, there's no other way around other than memorize them, right? Luckily, there hasn't been too many irregulars. Of course, I haven't memorized much in vocab-wise in general, so maybe I shouldn't say too much about that. Anyway. Taberu. Tabemasu, tabemasen. Uber. Iku. Ikimasu, ikimasen. Iku. ru verbs, right? Very nice. Just remove the ru. Just remove the ru and just go boom. Base plus imasu. Imasen. Nomu. Nomimasu. Right. Alright, I almost forgot. In the footnote, it talks about naides instead of masen, in which case it becomes instead of ikimasen but in naides it becomes ikanaides for u verbs, I mean. In the ru verbs, they're practically the same. Tabenaides. But u verbs, instead of conjugating to imas, it becomes kanaides, ikanaides, anaides. I guess in the other cases, nomanaides, because it's nomu, right? Irregulars, okay. Suru, shimasu, shimasen. Kuru, kimasu, kimasen. Okay. He and she. Benkyou suru, benkyou shimasu. Okay. Miru. Another irregular, right? Mimasu. Kaeru. Kaerimasu. Miru obviously is a ru verb, but kaeru is not, which is interesting. It becomes kaerimasu instead of kaemasu. Now we're talking about particles. Okay, I do actually need to remember these. Review these, I mean. O indicates direct object. Coffeeを飲みます。音楽を聴きます。テレビを見ます。That I'm kind of okay with that. I feel like I'm okay with it, but there are cases sometimes I feel like, does I use O or like Ga? Well, maybe that's more that has to do more with my confusion with Ga than O's. Ni can be tricky. I remember first time when I learned this chapter. Ni was a tricky one, right? Anyway, I think we're practically out of time actually. We'll actually continue on from this. We'll do another review session next time. Because it was actually kind of, I feel like, kind of useful. Even though it's me just blabbering away. Alright, well, I know I said it's short, but it really is very short. But, I guess the important thing is that we did it, right? But thank you anyway if you've tuned in for today's stream. Obviously very short yet again. Monday, if I do have a stream on Monday, which I am sure I'm going to do it. Just like I'm thinking, should I do one tomorrow as well? But probably not. Seeing as how I felt. Well, who knows? Just like today, maybe I'm going to be like, hey guys. But yeah. Definitely, if not tomorrow, definitely on Monday we're going to continue on with the review thing and probably focus on particles. O, De, Ni, and Ga, and E, and whatever other ones that may come forth. But yeah, so that's the plan. Yeah, thank you for tuning in, and as always, when life gives you a lemon, make some lemonade.